As more and more people are being awakened to the cause of liberty and freedom, it's becoming apparent that with all the government and corporate censorship, people need to be given examples and tutorials on how to use the different technologies to stay safe in this modern world. So I'm going to be doing a privacy series. In this series I'm going to be looking at anonymizers such as Tor and I2P. I'm going to be looking at social networks and the impact of using them, the dangers and the other alternatives. I'll be looking at different search engines and how Google's tracking bubble is affecting the world, and better alternatives, and a lot more. What is Tor? Tor is free software and an open network that helps you defend against a form of network surveillance which threatens personal freedom and privacy, confidential business activities and relationships, and state security, known as traffic analysis. In a bit more detail, Tor stands for the onion router. Onion routing is a technique used for anonymous networking. Messages are encrypted and sent through multiple nodes on a network. These nodes are also referred to as onion routers. The name onion router comes from the fact that each node and encryption used creates a new layer of protection. Like an onion, multiple layers. When a person uses Tor, the Tor client will get a list of Tor nodes from a directory server. Each node is a different computer that is running the Tor client as a relay. The person's computer will then create a path. A path consists of the person's computer, 3 nodes, and a destination. This setout allows for privacy because the first node knows the person, but doesn't know what the person is looking at. The middle node knows neither of these, and the last node knows what the information being looked at is, but has no idea who the person is. If a person later wants to try looking at a different website, a different path will be chosen. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is to go to https://www.torproject.org. Make sure it's https. Go to download Tor, choose your language, and then just download the Tor browser model. I've already downloaded because it'd take too long for the video to just sit there watching. I don't want to be sitting there talking for that long. It'd probably bore the crap out of everyone. So I'll just go to where I've downloaded. In the file name it'll have the version of Tor you're running and the language you chose. Open it and choose where to extract this. This is where your program will be, so just wherever. Wait for the dialog box to status bar to finish, and navigate to wherever you chose. And this is what it's going to look like. Just open it up and start the Tor browser. And what will pop up is what's called the Vidalia control panel. Vidalia is the front end of Tor, the graphical user interface. Going into settings quickly, and you can just take a look around. You can run. Tor is by default run as client only, but you can also run as traffic or as a relay. A relay means other people of Tor can use you as a node to get to other places. I'd just choose a non-exit relay. As an exit relay, there's a lot of things with police you can get in trouble for, just because it's non-encrypted to where you're going. You can change appearance. I wouldn't recommend changing any of the advanced settings at the moment. Read the documentation. Other things you can find on the Vidalia control panel is the bandwidth usage. If you're looking at how much is going in and out, this is especially interesting if you're running a relay. You can change the opacity, if it's always on top, send rate. Just a lot of neat little settings that would be helpful if you're looking into traffic analysis. You can reset so it can be from a certain time. You can get the message log, basic and advanced. The advanced is really good if you're having any trouble running Tor. It might have, little messages that'll tell you what's going wrong. Helps documentation, how to get it running, how everything works. It's a good read. I'd suggest looking at that. And the about just, is exactly what you expect. When you click Tor Network Map, it's, all the nodes on the network. It's a great little introduction to seeing just how big this network is. It's great. You get a lot of information for that. Clicking Use New Identity just chooses a different path. It chooses new nodes. This is sometimes used to get a faster connection, just sometimes used for extra anonymity if you click that a couple of times. First thing you are going to want to do when you open the Tor browser, which will open automatically after you've it'll open automatically, is search Tor directory. The default provided search engine for the Tor browser is Startpage. I'll do a video on different search engines later on, but Startpage is a really good one. This takes a while to load because, of course, Tor has to bounce you through different nodes, so I'm just going to speed this up for the sake of video. So, here we are. The first one is a link to Tor directory, but not the direct link. It's a .onion.2. That's just for people who want to look at the .onion websites without running Tor, but it compromises some of the anonymity. So just get the address .onion, not .onion.2. Easy. Again, it takes a long time to load. Maybe clicking new identity would make it faster, but I'm just going to speed it up again for the sake of the video. And here's the Tor directory. Of course, you get a lot of different categories: activism, political blogs, email and IM communications, hacking related, libraries, personal pages, security, social file sharing, adult, business, gambling. Just a big warning, I don't recommend the adult section of this because Tor, because of its anonymity and security, has a lot of people posting highly illegal things, which can be great for the freedom of drug trade and, the Agora side of it, but it's also really questionable because in the adult section you'll be getting a lot of child pornography, so it's just best to stay away from that section. But Tor isn't only for browsing deep web links. You can also download the ClearNet. Browse the ClearNet. So here I'm navigating to cryptospora.net, which is a pod of Diaspora, open source decentralized social network. And again, I'll be doing a video on this later on, but this is just an example of looking at the ClearNet through Tor. This is a great way of browsing anonymously. Wait for it to load. As you can see, it works just like a normal web browser, albeit maybe a bit slower. And there, it's mostly loaded. So that's great. One thing to look at Tor is, even though you've got all these things keeping you from being, tracked through traffic analysis, you can also be tracked through things like Flash and JavaScript, and those scripts can be blocked with a plugin that's brought in with the Tor browser called NoScript. You can just click on it and then disable all scripts, as I've done there. But I'm giving an example now of that can also affect your browsing experience. For example, when I'm on this Diaspora node Cryptospora, and I click globally forbid scripts, it's going to block a lot of the things you need to use the website. This first time just didn't load properly. That's not because of the scripts. I'm going to reload it again and you'll see, certain things don't load. Here you'll see the stream doesn't load, people in the stream doesn't load, and neither do all the buttons at the top. That renders it completely useless. So you can choose to forbid scripts globally, and then choose on a website-by-website basis which ones to accept, which is actually a really good idea. I do suggest enabling that. See all the buttons come up, and everything comes up now that I've re-enabled scripts for Diaspora. So that's just Tor browser being used to browse the internet. So just take a look at the different things in Tor directory. Another place to look at would be Hidden Wiki. Read some of the documentation, do whatever. Once you close the Tor browser, the Vidalia control panel will automatically close with it, and that's about it.